Hey, how you doing? Okay, Chris. So I gotta just stop this for a sec. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you understood what the requirements were, but I do believe that you should either consult with me or, if not, read the spec sheets, right? Because this is an example of what I wanted you guys to come up with. To come up with a logo on your own. You could have used the logo from Photoshop that you did last term, right? I mean, um, this right now, it's hard for me to grade because I'm not really seeing anything that's original. You're taking basically my mock-up of my logo because JTO is basically Jaime Torres Records, right? So unfortunately, it makes it difficult for me because I'm looking for other things to sort of judge, engage, right? Now, even if I have to mark this, I can still see that there's problems here. For example, this is way too close to the edge. You don't really see any logos that close to the edge. Just again, it creates a bad layout, right? How do you know if it's too close to the edge? Because if I go right here and turn on title action save, you're going to see that the text save is this border and the action is this line, right? So that means that your text is past, not only past the text save, but also the action save. And that that is not a good layout for sure. The other thing too is that the record right now is behind the actual logo itself, the name, and it's because it's placed this way. It creates confusion where to look. I actually use the letter O because it's already in that shape of the record, or even this little O could be somehow part of the record, right? So they right now it's competing. So you have to also look at those that type of set of information because it all comes down to how is the audience going to perceive this, right? So that's a thing. I usually try to look at that as well, the colors, everything, and make it more appealing in the sense that I draw attention to the logo. Right now, everything's kind of all over the place. I know you're learning, and you're probably new to this, and so that's why I'm kind of taking the time to explain, right? So you have to pretty much take that into consideration when you're doing this type of work. So if you design your own logo, think about those things. Don't just make anything random and then animate it. Make sure that it makes sense, right? The font that I picked here was more of the style I forget the style, but it's supposed to be more in conjunction with music, right? Um, and so again, the font, everything is thought of. There's a lot of ways to make this even more interesting, right? So this was just a mock-up example, right? Just to give you guys an idea. It wasn't meant for you guys to sort of rip it apart and just redo it and submit it as a project, right? So that's it.